That's Donald Trump holding one of his rousing rallies and, of course, focusing this time on Hillary Clinton and the email scandal that continues to lurk. His question as we went to him is something going to happen? He keeps talking about the emails, and, of course, he called her a dirty, rotten liar, and then, of course, brought up Bernie Sanders, which he has done over and over again, a public overture to Bernie Sanders voters or supporters who may want to join the Trump train, considering that Bernie Sanders was the one who said that Hillary Clinton has had bad judgment. I want to bring back in the panel to discuss this. Gina, I'll go to you first. We listened to Donald Trump. He's hitting on this. I actually was surprised this isn't the speech we got last night, but it's going to continue. We got the House Oversight Committee tomorrow bringing in FBI Director James Comey, and there are a lot of inconsistencies and contradictions here. Mm-hmm.
There certainly are, Charles. I think one of the best points that Mr. Trump has made repeatedly is that, number one, about the security clearance. How in the world can Hillary have security clearance after she has so obviously, whether you want to say it was accidental or intentional, it doesn't really matter. She obviously isn't capable, doesn't have the temperament or the intellect or the skill or whatever to handle a job as big as Secretary of State, let alone President. But I think the other really important point that he's made was that, in doing what she's done, she has essentially rendered herself completely incapable of being the next president. There's just no way that she can make that case anymore. So I think it's probably a good thing that Hillary's still there and still his opponent, because I think she's very beatable at this point.
Jessica, on that note, a lot of people say that this is probably the weakest Democratic candidate in a long time. Donald Trump hitting her hard, 33,000 emails wiped out, bad actors having access to her information.
Potentially. That James Comey said we wouldn't know. There was no evidence of
although
that.
It felt like James Comey was saying if he had to assume one way or the other, he would assume that because she went to these countries with an insecure system and that they're very sophisticated, more than likely they've been able to rifle through there. But the point is that he's hitting her hard on this. How does she come back when, in fact, the public overwhelmingly, this is one area she's getting crushed on?
Yes.
A Gallup poll saying the first thing that comes to mind when you say Hillary Clinton, 27% of people say unethical.
Absolutely. Right now, only 30% of Americans trust Hillary Clinton, but only 34% of Americans trust Donald Trump. And so while I take Gina's point, I would add to that the Democrats right now are quite happy to be running against Donald Trump. The fact that last night he spent his time praising Saddam Hussein, when you had what happened yesterday with James Comey, that GOP ad that came out today comparing what Comey said and what Hillary said, that should have come out last night. That should have been ready to go. Right. The GOP is far too slow about this.
All right, guys, let's leave it there.